Thank you for staying for the news. Let's get into our first story now. The Criminal Investigations Department has granted bail to the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Nkwi-Boesiaku, widely known as Chairman Wontumi, over allegations of illegal mining and the embezzlement of funds from the Ghana Cocoa Board. Now, Chairman Wontumi was released after meeting bail conditions set by the CID, which required 2 sureties of good standing after he turned himself in at the CID headquarters today. That was actually yesterday. Now, despite the charges, Wontumi has maintained his innocence, dismissing the allegations as baseless and politically motivated.
Na me produce me lances a list at the chair say menye illegal mine. Now say menye galamsey nti me de me lances no at the chair ama omu the tosu bio almost aka say me ye adwuma ewo forest and also me catch up say enye me konko ye adwuma ewo forest ye aye so mo evidence omo betimi adi ahre na emrebi me apply lances wo ho and so forestry commission and lands commission and mines commission omo ye say omo de honam forestry commission for so omo hwe ho into omo and a custodian omo ye responsible omo hwe e ho enko ho da tisi obi ye adwuma wo ho ne ade a enye me di enye bibia enum ana ebe omo ama bill 2 sureties ana CCR yama bill CCR bill
Chairman bill how much is the bill
again you know meeting I can CCR yama me bill 2 sureties
I'm moving about Cocoa Board and company Hallmark dealings with
no Cocoa Board anya no credit sama je Cocoa Board for sika obia no so wo ko no wakwakoye road anya ban na mawusika anya wo mum na odi usika ebeko contractor no wo na odi usika beko na odi akwakoye road ubia na highways for the Cocoa Board for no omo do omo engineers about the value road na wo ye na omo de boa rate.
Now, speaking on the Pulse on the Joy News channel yesterday, NPP Communications Director Richard Ahiagba criticized the manner in which the government had handled this matter.
The only thing, as we heard from the last time we had this rather unfortunate attack on him, we're saying that just do the right thing, be considerate in your approach, and let everybody be respected in the process. Where people go wrong, let the law take its course. So I think I'm happy that he's there today, which he earlier on committed he will be there on Monday before that appearance by the NIB people. So I'm happy the process is unfolding. Let's just see where the chips will fall. We are law-abiding. What we oppose to is political victimization and a show of needless power. We are citizens first before politicians. So Wontumi's his civil rights must be respected. And the way the government was approaching him, we think that was excessive, was needless. And when they go through the appropriate route, we will support.
Let's talk transport fares. Now, some commercial drivers are defying the directive by their union leaders to cut transport fares by 15%, while passengers feel the pinch, resulting in a standoff, sometimes on the roads. Now, the situation is causing frustration for commuters who are being forced to pay higher fares. The directive is aimed at providing relief to passengers following recent strengthening of the cedi against the dollar and other major currencies. But the defiance by some drivers is undermining the impact of the cedi's gains, as well as the effectiveness of the order. There's more in this report.
We have been asked to reduce fares, but cost of living is still high. If it does not come down, I will stop the driving and go back to illegal mining. Previously, we charged 9 cedis, but we are charging 8 cedis now, which is not helping us.
Initially, say na moje, and I say
ni aje 9 cedi. Say yaje 8 cedi.
9 cedi, no matter so 15%. Say esenka you drew be 7 cedi, 80%.
You mum dey say yaje 8 cedi.
Right now, we are charging 8 cedis and the passengers are hailing us. I will urge the government to bring back the smaller denominations and make it compulsory for usage to reduce the prices of some commodities like water.
Because pure tank 30 pesos. And I'm just asking, you are 2 guntino, you are 50 pesos.
Ukubia won't pay for. And the Sabi Ukudia.
Every group has leadership, and we go according to what they say. They asked us to charge 9 cedis from 8 cedis, and that is what we are working with.
Now, okay, say so from 10 cedis, they say 9, 10%, I know 10%, but initially, I'm in 15. I don't as a differences or percentages in him, Anna.
What's here? One say be me can't match you know, yes, you'll be assay. What I see, me say,
some time passed, we were to charge 11 cedis, but due to considerations, we had to charge 10 cedis. Suppose we were to go by that, we would have to charge 10 cedis now.
10 cedis quite a bob in a yes, I be consider maybe brave.
Now, the situation is none too different in Kumasi. The drivers argue that the cost of lubricants, spare parts, and daily sales targets have not changed, making the fare cut unrealistic. They also question why only transport operators are being pressured to reduce prices while traders in other sectors continue to charge more. There's more in this report.
Transport operators in Kumasi are failing to comply with the 15% reduction in fares announced by the transport regulatory body. Respondents say they find it difficult to change the new fares, citing high cost of lubricants, spare parts, and unchanged daily sales to vehicle owners. I would be lying if I said we are not affected by the reduction in fares. I am a driver and I have to buy brake fluid. It used to cost 7 cedis, but now it's 40 cedis. Why?
So call a buakwa na 11 cedis, say about 9 cedis 50 pesos.
Initially, the fare from Tech to Obuakwa was 11 Ghana cedis, but is now 9 cedis 50 pesos. Similarly, the fare from Tech to Macro has been reduced from 6 cedis 50 pesos.
50 pesos. And yeah, I show be as a
Hi. I just remember taking 5 cedis. Where 50 pesos? And I'm done.
I live in Ejoso. When I was coming, I paid a fare of 5 Ghana cedis and was given 50 pesos as change. The transport operators say it is unfair to compel them to reduce fares when other traders are not reducing prices of goods on the market. Josephine Sego reporting.
Now, from the talk about fares, the paramount queen mother of Mankasim traditional area, Nanama Emisa III, has pledged her commitment to fulfill her mandate as a board member following her nomination as part of the 13-member board of the Ghana Gold Board. The board, which was inaugurated by the finance minister mid-May, is tasked to help realize the president's vision of revitalizing Ghana's gold economy. Now, speaking in an interview, the Queen Mother described the nomination as an honor and thanked President Mahama for the nomination.
I'm Mr. the Third Foundation. In
an interview, Nana Mr. the Third, the paramount Queen Mother of the Mankesim traditional area and a member of the board of directors of the Ghana Gold Board, highlighted the contributions of a foundation.
Through my foundation, I implemented a water improvement project by providing a 25,000-liter capacity tank with solar panel mechanized borehole system for the Mankesim Mercy Women Hospital. I used my foundation to partner with Pacific Foundation to redevelop the old OPD into a maternal and child welfare clinic with administrative office at Mankesim Health Center. Through my foundation, I successfully facilitated surgeries for over 450 obstetric fistula patients. I implemented the Fistula in Idadu project to provide a post-surgery vocational training for women recovering from obstetric fistula.
The Queen Mother also appreciated President Mohammed's nomination of her as part of the 30-member board of directors of Ghana Gold Board, inaugurated by the Finance Minister on May 19, 2025.
I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the President, John Dramani Mahama, for the honor done me to serve as a member of Ghana Gold Board, the sole authority with exclusive right to buy, sell, weigh, grade, assay, value and export gold and other precious minerals in Ghana. I will say with my whole heart, I say thank you from Mankesim and all my loved ones in Ghana and abroad.
The new 13 board members of the Ghana Gold Board aim to ensure success in transforming Ghana's gold economy, and the Queen Mother promised her best efforts to achieve this goal. Abigail Lissel in Nkrumah reports for Joy News.
Now, the Ghana National Association of Teachers has appealed to the Ghana Education Service and government to acknowledge teachers' efforts in shaping the country's future and development. Speaking in an interview during the Agona West NAT Delegates Conference, the NAT chairman of the Agona West Secretariat, Daniel Lavue, expressed disappointment at the inadequate recognition and investments given teachers and asked that negotiations made between the association and the Education Service be implemented fully to motivate teachers. He also called for the decentralization in the various districts of the country to ease teachers' burdens during promotional examinations. Abigail Essel Nkrumah has more in this report.
At the 7th Quadrennial District Delegates Conference of NAT in the Agona West Municipality, the municipal chairman of NAT, Daniel Lavue, made a passionate appeal to GAS and government.
We are asking that at least the work we are doing has not received the needed recognitions and the needed investment. We are asking our employer that we have a collective bargaining agreement which has not been implemented in full. So we are making a passionate appeal to our employer that what we have negotiated in good faith should be implemented in full, so that at least our teachers will be well motivated, so that our teachers will give their all best. And a motivated teacher is a powerful tool for national development. I remember when we at council meeting, we met the then Deputy Education Minister. We told them to decentralize it. Now there has been a decentralization a bit, but we are still calling for further decentralization to our various districts. We want our people to write their promotional exams in their district. There's no need for them to travel.
The Municipal Chief Executive of Agona West Municipality, Eric James Fiodum, assured the association of steps to improve teacher welfare and in-service training.
Our teachers, staying true to Teacher First, pledge that Assembly is taking deliberate steps to improve teacher welfare. We will work in collaboration with the Ghana Education Service and other relevant partners to address the critical shortage of teacher accommodation. Because when teachers are well settled, supported, they are better able to focus wholeheartedly on educating and inspiring their students. We are also setting plans in motion to support in-service training. The 21st century classroom is dynamic and demanding, and our teachers must be equipped not only with knowledge, but with modern pedagogical tools and digital literacy. The Assembly will do its part to make this a reality.
Now, the head of medicine and therapeutics at the Upper West Regional Hospital, Dr. Nabil Dekpe, has expressed concern over the increasing number of patients reporting to the hospital with high blood pressure, which often results in strokes. He revealed that the hospital recorded cases of strokes daily, with a significant number of affected individuals being young people. He partly attributed this trend to unhealthy lifestyle choices. Dr. Nabil Dekpe made this disclosure at the launch of the World Hypertension Day in Wa. Joy News' Upper West Regional correspondent Rafiq Salam now reports.
Physician specialist and head of Department for Medicine and Therapeutics at the Upper West Regional Hospital, Dr. Nabil Dekpe, the number of persons who come to the hospital daily as a result of hypertension is worrying.
It's a big issue, and at the hospital emergency, every day, and I'm saying this without fear of contradiction, we see a patient with stroke at the emergency every single day. This morning I did rounds at the emergency, and there were about 5 patients that had come over the weekend. They had come over the weekend, so they'll be having their CT scans done this morning, and they came in with stroke.
Dr. Nabil, who was speaking at a program held at the Upper West Regional Hospital to mark World Hypertension Day, emphasized that there are no specific causes of the disease and rather pointed to its risk factors.
And the risk factors include poor physical activity. Like I mentioned, these risk factors, we look at them as modifiable and non-modifiable risk factors. So the non-modifiable are the risk factors you can't do much about, like your sex. Men have a higher risk of hypertension than women. You can't change your sex. Your family history, your age, as you get older, you have a higher risk of hypertension. And then we have the modifiable risk factors like alcohol and smoking. You know, and taking a lot of salt, so high salt diet, low potassium diet, low physical activity. You know, and with regards to intake of alcohol and such substances, we see increasingly in our community that a lot of young people resort to all kinds of concoctions. People take a lot of energy drinks, they take also all kinds of herbal medications with alcohol and all kinds of stuff in it. And all of these things have an impact on their blood pressure.
Acting Medical Director of the Upper West Regional Hospital, Dr. Philip Kujokra Babini, has this advice for the public.
Get your blood pressure checked and check accurately. Go to a community health nurse, go to a public health nurse, go to a health facility, go to a hospital, wherever, and get your blood pressure checked and then check it well. And if you are a known hypertensive, please don't discard your medication without consulting your doctor. You and your doctor should discuss for your medication to be adjusted. If for 1 or 2 reasons you are to be taken off the medication, your doctor will note it down and then follow you.
Reporting for Joy News, Rafiq Salam. Wow.
Welcome to your business updates. In our first story, President John Mahama has announced plans to reopen the domestic bond market and return to the international capital market to borrow. John Mahama, however, insisted that it would not be business as usual when it came to how the funds were used. The president disclosed this at the 9th CEO Summit in Accra.
Domestic and international capital markets. We're working to reopen Ghana's bond market in collaboration with the IMF and our development partners, the Ghana Stock Exchange and local banks. However, future borrowing will be linked to self-financing commercially viable projects, particularly by MDAs, MMDAs, and SOEs, ensuring value for money and sustainable repayment. The third is strengthening sovereign funds and local government financing. We'll amend the Public Financial Management Act and Constitution to make contributions to the sinking and stabilization funds mandatory. It will not be optional. So a certain percentage of funds must be committed to the sinking and stabilization funds. We also intend to empower MMDAs to issue infrastructure and municipal bonds secured against a portion of their district assemblies common fund to fund infrastructure projects such as roads, schools, water systems, and local industry in the districts.
Now, the government has recorded an oversubscription of 17.8% in its most recent Treasury bill auction, making a positive turnaround after 3 consecutive weeks of undersubscription. This renewed investor interest comes amid a sharp decline in interest rates across the yield curve. There are more details in this business report.
The Treasury received 6.5 billion Ghana cedis of the total bids versus a target of 5.54 billion cedis. It, however, accepted 5.97 billion Ghana cedis. About 4.95 billion Ghana cedis came from the 91-day bill, representing 75.82% of the total bids. The uptake was 4.58 billion Ghana cedis. For the 182-day bill, 890.81 million Ghana cedis were tendered. All the bids were accepted. About 689 million Ghana cedis were also tendered for the 364-day bill. The uptake was 499.76 million Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, interest rate fell sharply on the yield curve. The yield on the 91-day bill declined marginally by 18 basis points to 14.92%. That of the 182-day bill also went down to 15.55% from 15.68% the previous week. The interest on the 364-day bill also went down by a whopping 78 basis points to 16%.
Well, let's now check out our commodities market for the morning.